Salutations! Good to be back on the air. Now, I know you may be wondering why it's been a while since, I've made any essays at all. Well, I kind of lost interest for a little while, but now I'm back. Not anything related to the fact that I threw my back out recently and have nothing better to do with my time. So we're just gonna return to my roots of watching FNAF-related content and reacting to it and, doing a little bit of an analysis to it. And the wonderful pick I've chosen for today is going to be Window Watcher, mostly because 12-Man hasn't released the next episode of FNAF Jr. yet. Still waiting, buddy. We're rooting for you. Now, remember when I said that 12-Man and Paddington created the most nightmare-fuel William Afton interpretations? Oh, I was wrong, because the next one we're going to be looking at came straight out of one of my nightmares I had when I was 7 years old. I could yap all day about how this is a really great one and the fact that it's 13 minutes long, so we might want to get into it before, I talk too much and spoil anything. The video begins with a police briefing from the State Department of Ohio. Oh, fucking course this takes place in Ohio. Kinda odd it doesn't take place in Utah for once, but hey, gotta give that state a break once in a while, I guess. So the briefing describes that a foreclosed house had a gold mine of evidence uncovered pertaining to a certain child murderer. Ooh, I wonder who that is. And that among the evidence there was a VHS tape, which is what we're about to watch. So, yeah, William records his victims' deaths in this one. Haha, at least the last William we looked at only deep-fried children and didn't record the entire process like it was a cooking tutorial by Daddy Donut. So the video recording takes place in September 23rd, 1993, which is the back end of when William's murders came to a halt because of, certain incidents. The first shot we get to see is the child is holding a VHS recorder and watching as a car slowly and ominously pulls up to a street lamp outside his house. I get it. A window watcher because he's watching out of his window. Yeah, that's clever. So as the name of the video entails, instead of being set in a restaurant, we are instead inside of the children's bedroom for the majority of the video. And let me tell you, this is a great change of pace. Instead of William killing kids inside of the restaurant, he goes outside of the restaurant somehow lugging that heavy-ass suit of his and goes to go murder children in their own homes. Isn't that just fun? Speaking of which, the first sign that things are kind of off is that the family dog is over by the back door patio and is looking ominously through the glass, unmoving, as if something's standing outside that's caught his attention. Now, for a fun fact, for those of you that don't know, dogs are really great at picking up senses of danger that humans can't pick up on. Now, I mean, normally most humans would pick up on the danger of a psychopath wearing a yellow rabbit suit, but, to each their own. You don't know how people feel about certain aspects in life. Understandably on edge, the kid decides to turn on some relaxing music to listen to calm his nerves in this situation. And I mean, it's just the most calming of music. Just listen to this. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is that the dates in the video keep changing as the week progresses. So this is not just a single day kidnap, spur of the moment thing. William is planning this out, stringing it along, and waiting for the right moment to strike. This is some bona fide classic stalker material we got here, folks. Now, an interesting thing that's spotted outside and very well established is that there's an angel statue sitting just outside in the back garden. Which, I mean, who the hell is going to put this in their garden and not be creeped out by it eventually? I mean, sure, it's an angel, but do you have to give it a candle and everything? Shit looks kind of creepy. I'm more scared of the angel than I am the rabbit right now. Don't worry, that'll change later in the video, I'm sure. Also, speaking of changing, it appears that the backyard shed also needs its light changed, or that there's somebody messing with it, which is way more likely. Now, you might be wondering how William is affecting this light in any way, seeing as he isn't a meta-human who has electrical shifting powers. But who the fuck knows with this guy? He pretty much can do anything in any continuity that we've established so far in this series. I mean, in the mainline series alone, this guy managed to transfer his own consciousness into an AI somehow and take over the mind of a charming young female who dressed up in a white rabbit costume. And yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk about the mainline games. We can talk about the mainline lore in a different video. That is a whole different can of worms to open. Worms? Sorry. To get his mind off all the obvious supernatural elements are surrounding him, the kid decides to turn on a movie, and of all movies to decide to turn on, he turns on Dumbo. And to be fair, I completely forgot this song existed until I watched this video. This is all AI, Disney, don't sue me. Yeah, I know you guys support AI, so there's no reason for you to come after me. This is totally AI generated. As the kid's watching the wonderfully animated musical sequence, we hear something that definitely isn't part of the movie. Now, that popping sound could be multiple things. It could be A, just a sound of footsteps from outside. B, considering the dog's barking has mysteriously gone quiet, it could be a gun. directed directly at said dog, who probably isn't alive anymore. Rip doggy. He tried his hardest. Or see, it was just a mass hallucination and we didn't hear that popping at all. I'm sure this kid's gonna turn out fine. I mean, the title of the video is Window Watcher, and as you can see, there's nothing by the window. Oh, and that was just a shadow moving. What follows in the next 30 seconds is probably one of my favorite scenes in FNAF VHS, rivaling that of every single video of Paddington's. So the kid, kind of unnerved by the sudden silence and the fact that there was something obviously moving by the window, he decides to get in bed and hide under his covers a little bit while still recording like the, absolute chat he is for the content. Soon enough, we hear footsteps entering the house, a doorway closing, and then we bear witness to this shit. I cannot describe in any phrase, in any wording, how genuinely unnerved I was the first time I saw this scene. It genuinely replicates the feeling of a nightmare perfectly. And that's not even mentioning the freaking spring body design, which I'll get into in a minute here. The sheer idea of William dressing up in his yellow rabbit outfit just to go kill a kid inside their own house while they're home alone during the night is bone-chilling. I love this concept, and I wish more FNAF VHS creators did this. Before we get into me glazing the spring body design of this video, there is one more scene here to cover. After the child presumably gets snatched, we are treated to a little still image of the angel as we approach it to a camera shot. I have no idea what this is supposed to signify. Gonna be for real with you. I'm just going to assume that this is the child going to heaven. Or, being damned to hell if it's being shot in reverse, who knows. But now let's get to the real juicy bit. The spring body design, and holy shit! This might actually rival the Paddington one. I hate how fuzzy and crinkled the design is. It kind of reminds me of a Rankin Bass character, but fucked up and creepy instead of, cute, charming, and nostalgic. There's also a new musical track accompanying this, Run Rabbit Run, which reminds me way too much of Bunny Bunny Bunny, and in the good way. We also get a gander at William, or, well, William's mouth. That's pretty much all we get to see of him in this. But, goddamn, that is one creepy-ass mouth. Imagine what it could do, especially in the right context. The final scenes of this waking nightmare consist pretty much of William mocking his victim, which he's clearly dragged off to his own establishment to hide. Crazy that he decided to hide it inside the animatronic still when he had literally would have had to hide the kid in his car trunk, then drag him all the way back to his pizzeria just to shove him in here. Priorities. And just in case this VHS has been lacking any supernatural element that I know you guys enjoy, the last frame of this shows us that indeed the kid is now possessing the animatronic he was shoved in, which resembles Bonnie. And again, creepy-ass animatronic designs here. So now that all of this is over, what are my thoughts on this? Well, considering I've been calling it a glorified nightmare reel, I think it's actually quite well. This is great. I want more of this, which is tragic because this was the last upload from this guy for the last year or so, and I don't think he's working on anything else. So, pity. Like Paddington all over again. Except Paddington's possibly coming back, so that's something I'm looking forward to. Now, I've gained a personal theory based on watching this video, and I think I've been able to piece together a kind of coherent plot for this. Since this takes place near the end of William Afton's crime spree, I like to believe that this is his last victim, and he only killed this victim in order to test to see if the animatronics would come alive, the whole remnant and everything. But for all we know, this could have no deep meaning at all and is just simply William kidnapping kids and shoving them into animatronics to make them, possessed for fun. Everybody's got a hobby. Anyways, expect more essays in the near future, and I'm being serious this time. I'm not going to vanish for another year again. Take care, everyone. Subscribe, look out your window, I'm there, and goodbye.